Today we're going to show you how to change the drain pump and motor on your front load washer, and it's a really easy job. All we're going to need is a Phillips screwdriver, a 7mm socket or nut driver, and a pair of slip joint pliers. Let me show you how we do it. Now before we begin this repair, we will want to pull the washer forward enough so that we can actually tilt it back a little bit, and then we'll also need to disconnect the power. So simply pull the plug, then we're going to tilt it back, and we're going to set a couple of blocks underneath the front legs just to give us a little more access to the 3 screws that secure that lower access panel on. So with either our 7mm wrench or a Phillips screwdriver, we'll remove those 3 screws. Once we've removed the screws, we can slide that panel down and lift it away. Now next we'll want to remove as much of the water that may be remaining inside the tub before we disassemble anything further, or also take a container and just set it outside of the button trap. We'll just loosen that enough, let any water drain out through that opening until we have it completely drained. Once we've got it drained, we'll next want to remove the 2 Phillips screws that secure that pump to the base of the washer. We need a short enough screwdriver that it will fit in on the right hand side here and down through that mounting bracket on the bottom. We'll completely remove those 2 screws. We'll keep those to install on the new pump, and then pull it far enough aside that we can reach in and disconnect the wire harness from the little retainer that's mounted on the base. So we'll just reach in with our pliers, we'll squeeze that clamp together, we'll compress it enough that we can actually slide it up the drain hose a little bit, and slide the hose off of the pump. We'll do the same thing with the inlet hose. And again, there may be some residual water in either of those 2 hoses, so it's a good idea to have an old towel handy to sop up any excess water. Now once we have both hoses removed, we can then turn that pump around enough. We can pull the wire harness connectors from the pump. And then we can pull it out through the opening on the left side. Now to install the new pump, we'll slide it in underneath the tub on the left hand side there. And we'll reconnect the wires to the pump. And then route that harness around the retainer on the base of the cabinet. Next we'll reinstall the mounting screws through the bottom. Start them both by hand until we make sure that we have them lined up properly, and tighten them securely. Next we'll put the drain hose in position, and there's a little notch on that drain hose that we will line up with a tab on top of the outlet port. Once we've lined up that locating tab, we'll pull that clamp forward enough until it's seated properly, and then release it. Then we'll take the tub to pump hose, the inlet hose to the pump, and slide it over the fitting as far on as it will go. And if need be, you can depress that clamp and pull the hose through as far as it will come. And then with our pliers, we're going to compress that spring clamp and then release it until it seats properly. Make sure they have a nice tight fit. We can next reinstall the front access panel. So just tilt it out at the bottom. Make sure that the lip on that Access panel fits in behind the front panel. And just with a little upward pressure, we'll hold it in position until we can start the screw in the center. Next, we'll replace the 2 outside screws. Next, we can tilt the machine back and remove the 2 temporary blocks. And now we're ready to reconnect the power, and our repair is complete.